Well, James Delorme is the founder and head of Indigeknow, an organization that addresses the needs of Indigenous communities. He joins me from Abbotsford in Canada. James, obviously no amount of money can make up for the trauma of what these children and families went through. But does this agreement, at least in principle, acknowledge these harms?
Yes, thank you. It definitely, it's a long process that has taken a 15-year process, and it definitely is a step forward. It would be short to really say that this is going to address all of the needs to find solutions to all of our social problems that we've had to endure, especially in regards to residential schools and various children that have been taken away from their homes.
Remind us of what this policy did, this policy by the Canadian government do in terms of lives damaged, in many cases irreparably.
Yeah, there is a unfortunately a generational issue. Um, I, as a former chief of Clahoos First Nation, have experienced that on a personal level. Our families are greatly affected from those being taken away from our family, our families, and our the way we practice our normal lives, and it goes through generations. So our children. I'm a child of a residential school survivor, and the effects that they have from being taken away from their home and their family and the love of a family has greatly affected their parenting skills and also has affected my parenting skills. So it affects the generations down the line.
Do you think that the Trudeau government, in your opinion, its reputation has been damaged in how it pushed back against this ruling? Because when Justin Trudeau came to power, that was one of his main vows, was to put reconciliation with Indigenous peoples at the core of his agenda. Do you think that his behavior and his government's treatment has been caused damage to that reputation?
Absolutely. You can't go on this path when there's so many interruptions and so many ways that have really stepped aside the true issues that are taking place without being affected for Trudeau because Dr. Sidney Blackstock has been fighting this fight over 15 years, and the government has really been slow at trying to address. And they had to go through, the appeal, the tribunal, to get where they are here today. And so, really, the government has been forced to act and to provide those resources that should have been listened to originally. So, definitely, there's been a less of a favorable response from from the government and from citizens, First Nation citizens in Canada, where a lot of grassroots folks are not happy with the Prime Minister.
Okay, we'll leave it there for now. James Delorme joining us from Abbotsford, Canada. Thank you.